Hello, everybody. Theresa Daly here, lifestyle mentor. I am making a live video here on YouTube, which I'll also share to the Nala Pack and a Facebook page. What we're going to be talking about today is finding your soulmate and specifically wanting to know when will my soulmate arrive. Now, the reason that we're doing this particular video is because someone has contacted me and asked me to make a short video for this. And I wanted to know if it would be okay if we made this public so that everybody could learn from it, because it's something that I'm asked a lot in consultations and have done over the last couple of decades. It's a constant thing that people are wanting to know, where is my soulmate? When is my soulmate going to arrive? And the third thing that I'm asked a lot is, what do I need to do in order to bring that soulmate to me? So we're going to discuss this today. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little live tarot reading. So when we get to that point, I'll be taking the camera and putting it down here so that you can see the tarot cards and what comes up. Now, all of my work in these videos, it is live. I haven't pre-written anything. I haven't pre-rehearsed anything. It's just 100% as you see it is exactly as you get. With these readings, although it can seem like, wow, that's a really general thing, how on earth is that going to help everybody? But it will help you, and whatever you feel coming through for you as we go through this process. So the cards and I will guide you, but what you're looking to do is you're looking to listen to your own intuition and your own feeling. So you might want to take some notes, because what comes up is what you need to know, and you need to probably write that down so that you don't forget or think about it too much or get caught into your old way of thinking. So I'm not sure what's going to come up, but we will definitely find some guidance around that idea of when is my soulmate going to arrive. So before we get into that part, which is a little live tarot reading, this whole video might take about 15 minutes or so. I'm not sure about that. But by the end of it, you should have some clarity around when will my soulmate arrive? Do soulmates exist? Is that soulmate coming? And what can I do about that? So before we get started, I'd like to talk to you about a concept you might know about, and that is about divine timing. So that's the first thing we're going to cover just briefly. So divine timing is, I've heard this a lot in my life. I'm quite an impatient person, and particularly when I was very younger, I would constantly hear, when I'd have readings with people and counseling sessions with people and whatnot, I would hear, you need to be patient. You need to be patient. And it just drove me absolutely insane. Really, it drove me insane. I'm like, I've had enough of being patient. I have tried to be patient, and now I just want this thing to happen. I just do. So if we look at it as being not so much as being patient as waiting for divine timing. So I look at it as, sort of like being a jigsaw. And then, in a jigsaw, you have this piece and you have that piece and you have that piece, and you need all the pieces of the jigsaw to make the jigsaw work, to fill the picture, and so that they stop wobbling and they fit together. So now I can provide some of the pieces for my jigsaw, but then, you might need to provide a piece for the jigsaw, or maybe a family member needs to provide a piece, or someone I don't even know, way down the line with a knock-on dominoes effect of how we all interact and how our energy all works needs to provide a piece. So I have really quite little control over all of those pieces and where they're coming from and who is providing those pieces. I can only do my own. So divine timing is understanding that it is not just you. It is not just your actions. It is not just your being that is having an influence. There are influences coming from all over the place, and we need to relax and trust and allow that divine timing is working, and things will fit together and those pieces will fit together. So this is about understanding that, although I too understand, and I have very many times felt that spirit or the universe or life or whatever is actually working against me, and possibly I'm doing something wrong, and why is this not working out? But I've come to the understanding, and I've got that peace to know that actually spirit, the universe, life is always working in my favor, and In fact, I am always working in my favor. Even though it may seem that I'm not, I actually am working in my favor. So understand that when soulmates are considered, understand that this need, and I have felt it very strong, very, very strongly in my life, where I have wanted that other person to come to me so that I could share my life with them, I could learn with them, I could have that companionship and that interaction, and at times where I felt incredibly lonely and incredibly lost and incredibly wrong, and as if I'm doing something wrong. But in fact, I wasn't, I'm not, and I never will be. And life doesn't have it in for me. Spirit doesn't have it in for me. The universe doesn't have it in for me. It's actually 100% batting on my team. It's just a matter of my needing to allow for divine timing. So as I said, that divine timing is being at peace and knowing that those pieces of the jigsaw puzzle they are coming and they're fitting together exactly when they need to fit together. So whilst I feel I might be ready for something to happen in my life, and I feel that my vibration is right, and I am willing to deal with the consequences and the experience and whatnot, it's not just about me. There is this, when we're talking about the soulmate, there is the soulmate. And where are they at? And what are they doing? And are they ready? Are they ready to commit? Are they ready to communicate? Do they know what they want? So although I might know what I want, do they know what they want? Who knows? What's holding them back? What are they doing? What are they finishing up first before they can commit to this situation? Okay, so that's about divine timing. Now we're going to cover a second thing in this little video before we do this little tarot reading, and that is the law of attraction. So I heard a wonderful Abraham Hicks quote the other day where it's not that you're not getting what you want because you don't need it or you don't deserve it, or it's the best thing that you don't get what you want. It's not like that. It's a case of, is my vibration aligned with my desire, or is my desire aligned with my vibration? So this is saying, I have a vibration, I have a way of being, and is what I'm putting out, all those little ripples of electricity that I'm putting out, is that aligned with what I in my heart truly desire? Possibly it's aligned with a fear-based desire. Possibly it's aligned with a fear of missing out. Possibly it's aligned with somebody else's expectations, or maybe it's aligned with something that I thought I wanted, but I don't realize that that's not exactly what I want. Okay, so there's that. So then we have, the other side of that, which is that desire that we may have, that desire has its own vibration, and maybe it's not matching up with me. Maybe this is what I desire, and maybe this is me, and maybe they're just not quite matching up. So this comes back to, again, divine timing, and there are things that we can do that help us to align to our desires. So I would suggest, first of all, to do some grounding, to do some breathing, to do some letting go, and thinking, why do I have this feeling of wanting a soulmate to start with? What is it about? Why do I need this idea of a soulmate, and why do I need a soulmate? And, there might be relevant reasons or not, but just ask and see where that's coming from. So ask that question, why do I feel I need a soulmate? Okay. And then asking, why do I feel that I need that to happen right now? And then maybe asking, am I at peace with myself? Do I feel that my vibration is aligned with the desire that I want? I think that all of us, I know that with me, before I met the person that I'm married to now, I really, really wanted to be with someone who was kind, who was patient, who was understanding. And so, but I wasn't that. So how on earth am I going to vibrate with Nick, is my husband's name? Now, how am I going to vibrate and bring him in? Because I'm saying I want patience and love and understanding and compassion and all of this business. I'm saying that's what I want. And yet I wasn't being that. And it wasn't until I made peace with myself and I learned to love myself. And I thought, you know what? I'm a really kind and generous person. So the person I want to be with needs to be kind and generous too. And I started to see all the amazing things about me. You know, I've got this fabulous work ethic, and I'm creative, and I'm funny, and I'm loving, and I love people, and I'm kind to animals, and I love the environment. All these things about me, I started to see all these amazing things about myself. And I thought, hang on a minute. I need to be with someone who is exactly like this, if not better, and who also inspires me. And if they are not going to be all these fabulous things that I am and that I want, hey, you know what? I'm better off being on my own. So when I truly felt that and I embodied that and I let it go, you know what happened? I met Nick. And I didn't meet him until later in life. How old was I? About 38, because we have one child together, and I had my daughter when I was 40. So I think I was about 38 when I met him. So that was a long time to sort of be yearning for that and wanting that. But now it's absolutely perfect. So there we've covered two things. We've covered divine timing, and we have also covered the law of attraction. So with what you are wanting to attract in your life, and in this video, we're talking about your soulmate, have a think about what you are being. So if I am being lonely, desperate, upset, sad, full of grief, a fear of missing out, and all of these things, if this is what I'm being, how on earth, if that's that vibration, is it going to attract the vibration that I wanted, which was kindness and love and patience and understanding and generosity and sweetness and softness and all of that, if that's not what I'm being, and strength, you know, if that's not what I'm being. So when I started to be the things, really not just act them out, not just be a puppet, but really vibrate at that level, then I started to be able to attract what I really wanted to be with. So I was aligning with my desire. So my desire was to have this amazing being in my life. That was my desire. And then my vibration matched my desire so they could come together. Okay, so now we're going to do a short tarot reading where we're going to have a look. Now, when I do these things, it's totally channeled. I've not made anything up. Actually, Nick was saying to me that I need to shuffle on these videos so you can actually see that I'm not like, you know, making anything up so you can see. So I'm not sure what's going to come through, but I know it's going to help you. So have a pen and paper ready, because you need to take down some notes. Whatever comes through to you first, I can assure you this is your intuition and this is what you need to write down. Don't think about it. This is the ego mind. Don't think about it. Just act on it. Right. That feels right. That seems right. Write it down. That's what you need to act on. Okay, so we're going to do that now, and I'm just going to be a little bit of a shuffle around. So I'm going to pick up this video and our camera, and I'm going to put it down there so that you can see these beautiful little tarot guidance cards. If you feel you resonate with me and you'd like to work with me, I am available for one-on-one consultations online on a Wednesday and a Thursday. Maybe you can tell by my accent. I'm in Australia. I'm in southern Tasmania. You can go to the Nala Pakana Lifestyle Mentoring Facebook page and you can book a time there. You can go to the Nala Pakana, NALAPAKNA.com website if you want to learn more or to contact me. And I would absolutely love to work with you one-on-one if that's like what you'd like to do. So now let's move that video and let's do this live tarot reading. So you won't have to see me. You'll get to look at these lovely cards. So just bear with me while we have a bit of a shuffle around and we get this worked out. The lovely cards here. I'm going to shuffle in front of you because, as Nick said, you may not believe me. Very spot on. So what we want to do first is we just want to set a nice intention. So let's all just ground ourselves, relax, and connect with our ahimsa breath. So this is the non-violent breath. We're not forcing anything. We're just allowing. So the intention we're going to have and the question we're going to ask is, my soulmate arrive? We're going to draw 4 cards. The first card is going to be the situation. The second card is going to be the challenge. The third and the fourth card is going to be the outcome. So just make a note of what comes through for you. And our question again is, of course, when will my soulmate arrive? I'm very excited to do this for you. I absolutely love doing readings. I love that they're spot on. I just love working with spirit, with the universe, and I love working with you, of course. Okay, Daisy. All right, I reckon that's ready. So there's our situation. There's our challenge. That's the thing that we can be working through. And here's our outcome. Now, this one I'm just going to have to put a little bit up here because that camera thing's in the road, and we'll move it around in a minute. All right. So let's look at the situation first. Okay. I don't worry about cards being reversed or whatnot. So there we go. Okay. So the card we're seeing here is Golden Path. What I'm hearing to that, in answer to that question of when will my soulmate arrive? So this is very much about when I was talking to you about alignment, and I was talking to you about a law of attraction. So when we are on this golden path, and we are following it along, when we're in alignment, this is when we meet our soulmate. So this is your golden path. This is not about you having to follow a certain spiritual practice. It's not about you having to follow a certain religion or a certain diet or a certain dress code. It's not about you giving anything up. It's not about you taking upon any activities. It's not about you reading a certain book. It's not about any of that. Your golden path is when you are in alignment with yourself, with your true vibration. This to me comes about when we are doing what we enjoy, when we are feeling joyful, when we are feeling light, when we are feeling happy, when we're not forcing ourselves to do things that we don't believe in and we don't want to do because we feel we must or we have to, or that's the right thing to do. You know, I know this fabulous story that someone told me about. They knew this man, and he meditated every single day. For 10 years, he got up every morning and he meditated every day, because he thought that this would help him. But one day after 10 years, he woke up and he said to his wife, he just went off and did whatever. And she said, "What's going on? You didn't get up, you didn't meditate." He said, "You know what? Didn't work for me. I'm not going to do it anymore." And he just let it go. So, there are certain practices for all of us, and some things work and some things don't. Some things work now, but then they don't work a little bit later, and everything is cyclic. We must attune to our own golden path and our own alignment. So now what you need to write down now, ask yourself, what do I need to do in order to be in alignment? Write the first 3 things, or 4 or 2 or 1 that comes to you right now. What do you need to do right now to be in alignment? Okay. Now the challenge here. Oh my goodness. You see how perfect these readings are? You would think that I just made this up, but I bloody well don't. The challenge is, can you even believe it? Oh my gosh, I just love it so much. Okay, so the challenge, so what's crossing here? What the barrier that we're moving through, the thing that's causing us discomfort is this idea of needing to have a soulmate, and this idea that there's a soulmate out there, and this idea that they're not coming, or that they're stuck, or that they're lost, or that they can't see us, or they can't hear us, or where on earth, where the hell are they? That's the challenge. So what I'm hearing right now is we need to let this go. We need to let this idea that our soul is stuck, we need to let it go. We need to understand that if we are feeling a great urge to have a soulmate, to have someone in our life that's absolutely gorgeous that we want to be with, if that is an urge, if that is a desire, and look, not everybody has this desire. Like, not everybody has the desire to have a child or own a dog or have a garden or not have a garden or travel or not travel. We all have different desires, and that's fine. So, if you're watching this video and you have a desire to have a soulmate, and that's a really strong desire in you, I want you to know that soulmate is coming to you. Okay, let go of this blocked idea. Let go of it being a block. Understand that your soulmate is coming to you. Have faith in this, have love in this, and understand it's just about you being in alignment. So, understanding the things that you need to do to be in alignment, which you've now written down. Okay, understanding that this is no longer a block. Your soulmate is now coming to you. They're on their way. It is totally fine. Let's have a look and see what the outcome of you having your soulmate is going to be. So we see two cards here. One is an inner child and one is an enchantment. So this reminds me, or this brings me back to this business of golden path. And I know this from my own personal experience. I really do. That when we are on our golden path, when we are in alignment, we will then feel a great connection to our inner child and we will feel a sense of enchantment. It is the most incredible feeling ever. There is no struggle. There is no forcing. There is no sadness. There is no sorrow. There is nothing. There is just this beauty and this love and this joy and this lovely bubbling feeling. And this comes when we have a connection to our inner child and we'll be feeling enchanted. So when we follow, I always like to in my readings go over these things. So when we are in alignment, we understand our soulmate is coming. They are not stuck. That is just a silly idea. So you can let that go. Your soulmate is not stuck. And after they get here, you'll be in contact with your inner child and you'll feel a great sense of enchantment. Okay, so we can say that by being in contact with your inner child, by loving and being that beautiful inner child, once again, write down what does being with your inner child feel like? What does that look like for you? And feeling enchanted, we'll be in alignment. And our soulmate, who isn't stuck, who's just waiting for this alignment to happen, will appear. Okay, so that's a beautiful little short reading about that. Now I'm going to pick this up so I can say goodbye to you. Sorry about this. There we go. Here I am again. It's all a bit funny. There we go. Okay, so there we go. That's a very short little reading looking at that question and that intention of where is my soulmate? When is my soulmate coming? Hopefully you found that helpful. If you have any questions whatsoever, please contact me, leave me a message in the comments. You can also go to my website and find my email address and send me an email. You can go to the Nala Packner Lifestyle Mentoring Facebook page, like that, send me a message. I am incredibly here for you and I am here to answer questions. If you would like me to do any other readings for you using tarot cards and a little talk about any topic that you were wondering about, just ask and I would absolutely love to do that for you. So thank you so much. It's been a beautiful sunny day here in southern Tasmania that I've spent in the garden. I hope you've had a lovely day as well. Lots of love to you. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, of course, you can find out more about that from my website. So lots of love. God bless and goodbye.